Hi, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today is day number 20, and we are working with our gel prints with the Mixed Media March 25. That's the hashtag. Here's page 19 that I did yesterday. It had the bird on it. Today I'm going to slide these out of the way, these other pages, so that nothing happens to them. And this little journal is getting kind of chunky, which is okay. I don't mind chunky. And as you see, I have just an envelope today that I folded. It's got some colors already added to it, but this was done on a gel plate, and it's ready to go. I have here, I was working with some scraps, and I made some little clusters. This was some stuff that was sent to me, and this is a Kleenex box, actually. And I have sized that to fit so that it can be a belly band that I can slide something into. So we are going to glue this down. You never know, with a Kleenex box, the prints are usually pretty good, and these are definitely sturdy. You don't have to add extra cardstock to them. And I try to make clusters out of things that, seem to be scraps that just go together. Generally, when I'm cleaning up my desk, I find those things, or if I'm looking through to see if there's scraps that need to be thrown away. Sometimes when I don't have a lot of energy, those are things that seem to work pretty good for me. So we'll give that just a minute to dry. I had some of that paper left that is the blue skies off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I've got a piece of paper that is approximately the size of an index card. And that is going to just slide in here. So there you have it. That'll be day 20 is complete, and what would I like to do around this? Do I want to add something to it? Maybe on the front. Maybe I will. I've got my Poscas here, and I've got this blue Posca. It's called Light Blue. That really coordinates well, so let's see if we can do just maybe some dots around it, around the front. We're going to keep it very, very simple. And tomorrow we will be celebrating the first day of spring. And I was outside earlier today picking up sticks where we had that windstorm. And the birds were singing. The little squirrels are running around finding nuts and just having a good old time. They're very active. Heard lots of different birds singing. My daffodils are in full bloom on my back lot, where I have like 2 rows that I can see from my deck, and they look gorgeous. The ones that are hybrids are just starting to bloom, and they're in the front yard, so I may pop up a picture one day for you. Okay, so that added a little something to that. Could we add something else without going overboard? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that's probably sufficient. I don't want to get it too busy. I'm going to blow that and make sure it's dry. That's one thing about Poscas when you're using them. Make sure that the dots are dry, because if you don't, they'll smudge. Alright. Looks like they're ready to go. We'll slide that in. And that does add a little something to it. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Matter of fact, I think I might even push it a little further in so that the dots come all the way out on the right hand side. And that way you can see the full circle too. So there you have it. That envelope page is complete. And let's see, do we have numbers on any of the others on here? No. So that means I could, if I wanted to, do another one. What would I like to put on it? Let's put our Posca pen back where it belongs. Let me look through my little bits and pieces and see what I've got. Okay, here is my scrap bin. So I'm going to pull out anything that's got blue, pink, or purple. Oh, this print, I love this. So that might be something that's usable. No. Ooh, that might work. You never know what you'll find in this tub. I think that was some ink. Some grunge. There's some little teddy bears. Oh, we could do a teddy bear with a spring bonnet. Let me see if there's a whole one. Let's see if there's a whole one that looks like the joys of spring. We'll just start celebrating early. Maybe. I wonder how that will look. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Let's try and see. You don't know if you don't try. And I'm not going to cut this perfectly. I'm just going to give it a easy roundabout. Doesn't have to be perfect, because this is my little journal here, and I do not have to have things perfect. There's certain things that I like being perfect, but this is not one of them. This is my time to let my guard down and relax and have fun. Alright, let's put this back in the tub. And let's see. Did I cut a pocket in this? Yes, I did. So, let's see. That looks almost the same color, like it was done almost the same day kind of thing. Slide that over a little bit. That could work. No, don't like that. Not sure about that. I kind of like that. And that'll fill in that empty space. Okay, so let me get a brush. We'll put just a little bit of the matte medium down, and that's Liquitex matte medium. I'm going to stick something in there so I don't overstep here with the adhesive. I don't get it on the, I don't glue the envelope together. Get my words out here. This is the easiest way to do this for me, and it dries quick. Sometimes I use other things. I used to use Mod Podge until I found out about the matte medium, and then I decided, it dries so much quicker and it doesn't leave that sticky residue. But you have to also be aware that if you have something that could change when the water hits it, that is a possibility with the matte medium, because it does have, water in it, but it doesn't have, I don't think, as much water, and it's not as heavy as the Mod Podge. My first journals have sticky pages, and now they're not as likely to have sticky pages since I started doing it differently. And with a surface like this, I sometimes use the Elmer's, diluted Elmer's, and it gives a good effect too. It'll hold it on. It doesn't look as nice over the top of stuff. It gives it, can end up with just a little bit of a cloudy look to it. So this was some of the vintage paper that was in my mother's closet. So I'm using things up that I have on hand. And look at that. That's a nice little nice spring addition. And it doesn't really matter so much that one little teddy bear is cut off. I don't think that matters a whole lot. I think I will use an index card for the pocket. That's kind of the size I'm thinking. And I'm going to put this at the top so it looks like a flower blooming, so it kind of hangs out. I think that's how it's going to work. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so there we have it. We'll just use that. That was in the box, my scrap box. So that can work. And I know that this paper right here may actually be better to just glue. I'm just seeing that now. Because this was Amazon packaging paper that I used watercolors on outside. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I took it out on the driveway. I stretched out this big roll, and my husband said, "Well, what are you going to do with that?" And I told him, I said, "I'm going to splatter it and make a mess." He said, "Well, I'm glad you're outside." Yep, that's exactly what I did, and it was so much fun. I had paint all up and down my legs, and there were splatters of watercolor on the driveway. It was a fun time. It was all good, though, because, it's not that hard to clean up outside. And I'm going to tear this down. And I could have waited until it dried, but while it's damp, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Sometimes it don't work out too good, but this time it worked all right. I want it to have kind of an arched top to it. There we go. Okay, I need it about, I'm just going to measure it and fold it up. I'm not measuring, but I am going to use the edge of the envelope to fold it up and make a straight edge out of it. And I could cut it or I can tear it. And I'm going to tear it. And I can put that scrap back in there. It'll be fine. So once this dries, it will have this back behind it. And I've got that the right height. So it'll have a little note card. Now, let's see how that's going to look with the front. It's going to need a little something. So we're going to doctor up the top part so that it'll blend with this right here. And I'm going to make a pencil mark to kind of mark where I need it to come down to. And that's going to be something like this right here. Okay. Now we're going to let that dry. And might be able to do this. Yeah, that's enough to get it done. Okay. So I will put the glue across here. Keeping things simple is not hard. It's not that hard at all. And that's going to almost center that. Don't want hard edges. And that was some recycled paper, apparently. It looks like might have come out of the doctor's office. I don't. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because it says that's Epic at the bottom of the page. Alright, so here's what we have for day 20. And when we put this card down, that back's going to kind of poke up like that. And I'm good with that. Ooh, do I want to do that? Or is that too much? Let's do no, I'm going to leave it. I may come back with the blue marker right here when this dries and go right there. But that will show on the front side with page number 20. And I'll get a good shot of that for you. And then here's what it's going to look like on the other side, where I decided to add the little teddy bears with their little summer bonnets on. And there's just a little note card. And that's simple and sweet. And that is all for day 20. So if you enjoyed this video, will you give me a thumbs up? And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, if you consider doing that, I am, trying to grow it. It's growing slow, and that's okay. I can deal with that. But I do want it to grow. I enjoy seeing new people come and watch videos, and it's nice to know that people appreciate what you're doing. So until next time, I want you to have a beautiful day. I hope you will be well. Bye-bye, my friends.